trip in the garden, Ginger? Okay, come on. Let's go. I don't see any bulbs left. Oh! Check this out, Zach. Oh, I like these ones. These ones. Yeah, but this one. It's so pretty. Yeah. Check out my stash. Good morning, good to see you. So today you can see in behind me that I bought some new houseplants. So I went with Zach this morning to Green Gate, our garden center in South Calgary here, and found some beautiful things to replace maybe one of my plants that is not looking so good, and just to, you know, get some fresh plants in for the season. Okay, so let me turn around the camera and show you. So I'm in my kitchen. This is my kitchen table. And I've done a video about this before, about, you know, displaying your indoor plants. And so I've got a few things here still that are alive. I've got Pteris, I've got my Staghorn Fern, which had a little bit of an issue with some fungus, little brown spots at the leaves, because I just think I was watering it too much. So it's in recovery from that. I've got a Caladium. I don't know, the lighting is kind of funny here. Let me try from this angle. Yeah, so you can see the Caladium is looking a little floppy. There's Zach in the background. And it's just not coloring up as much. It's kind of whitening out, and I think it's just time to go. This is my bird's nest fern. Then I have a Deerfoot Fern, and it's doing all right. You can see that there's the little feet, the deer feet here. But a few of them are a little dry, like this one's not looking so good. So that's a little bit dry. It's not focusing there. But overall, you know, it hasn't died yet, so I'm not going to be changing out these smaller plants, but I will be replacing the Caladium. So now let me show you what I would be replacing the Caladium with. Calathea. So I've got 3 different types that I'm going to put in this one pot. So I have a Calathea orbifolia here on this one. You can see the leaves are kind of stripy. And then I have a Calathea, what is this one? Calathea medallion. It's quite pretty. Then I have a Calathea pinstripe plant. And this one actually is my favorite. This pinstripe Calathea is actually my favorite. I would have liked 3 of them, but I was trying to show you like different types. And actually I think they'll go well in the pot together. Then I have this philodendron. So this is a philodendron called Xanadu. Like, wasn't there an Abysson named Xanadu. Anyways, so philodendrons, again, an indirect light conditions will be good for this plant, and I'm going to plant it right beside the window here in one of my blue pots that I brought in from indoors. And this one will get actually quite big, 2 to 4 feet high and 3 to 5 feet wide. So it may be a little large. So Calatheas are what are also called a prayer plant. They follow circadian rhythms. So they actually, during the nighttime, their leaves will raise up, and during the daytime, the leaves will raise down. In the house, they're more indirect sun, and they can tolerate low light conditions, which is kind of helpful because this is an east-facing window. I don't know if you can see, that's an east-facing window. And we don't get a lot of light in here. So what I'm going to do with my trowel and dig this Caladium out. I don't know. I've got a bucket here, a garbage bag. Let me see if I can just clip off the top. And just dump the whole thing in. Made a little bit of a mess. I might be doing some vacuuming afterwards. I think I need to wash it. Now that I've cleaned my pot, just with soap and water, you can probably use a light bleach solution, but I thought, oh, that's good enough. So I've got some potting soil, just some regular potting soil. I'll just pour it in here. The only problem about buying large bags like this is it's hard to handle when it gets to the bottom. Okay, there we go. See how I do. Oh, it looks like it has a good root system. It actually is coming up the bottom a little bit. And it does look a little dry. I might have to water them in. Just loosen up the roots here. Actually, let me show you the roots. Isn't that cool? Looks pretty good. Hope you can see that. Okay, so because I've got 3 different kinds here. Oh, see, this one is wet. Oh well. I'll water it in well at the end. Okay, so the nice thing about Calatheas is they're actually pet friendly. So, not that you want your pet to be chewing on it, but they're pet friendly, so they won't harm your pet. And, oh yeah, so doesn't that look good? Then we'll put this last one in here. Kind of nice to have this. See, I didn't even have to squeeze it in too much. So what you're going to want to do is just make sure you leave a little bit. Sometimes I don't do that. Leave a little bit of a lip so that the water won't spill over. And I'm thinking maybe like about 1 inch it will be good. And so I need to put some more soil in here. And you can water it every 1 to 2 weeks. Let it dry out just a little bit of the top, which is kind of nice for me because I like plants that are low maintenance. Now saying that, they do like higher humidity, and definitely in my house it's not like that situation. So I'm going to put some pebbles in the bottom of this tray so that I can just fill it with water when I remember. And it's in my kitchen, so anything that requires a little bit more maintenance, I always put in my kitchen because then hopefully I don't forget about it. Yeah, I tend to be someone who likes things that are lower maintenance. So this is not too bad if I put the pebbles in the bottom tray here. And then I'll just fill it with water. Oh, that looks so nice. So you're going to want to tuck that in really good. Kind of, maybe you need a little bit more soil. Oh, so that's it for that one. Let me bring the camera. I'll show you from above how nice they look in together. Nice, hey? Doesn't that look sweet? I love the texture of all the three together. And this limey green is so pretty with the others. It just brightens it up a wee bit. They're clumping forms of philodendrons, and you may have seen the trailing forms of philodendrons, but this is a clumping form, obviously, not trailing. Wouldn't look like they were from the same family, but just like other families, they have different looks. I have had philodendrons before, and they did get rather large, a little bit too large for my space, but I'm figuring this will probably do the same thing, but it might take a while. Okay, just a little note about fertilizing the Calathea. So once a month at 10-10-10 fertilizer, evenly balanced fertilizer. And that will be, starting from March to October, beginning of October or something like that, that you'll fertilize. And if it's getting a little bit too much light, you'll know because they'll start burning along the edges. Now, so let me just back up and show you how that looks with everything. I think it looks pretty good. A little wide on this side, but it still looks pretty good. Now let me zoom over here. There's my philodendron, looking pretty good, and I just put a plastic, what is this called? Plastic thing to catch the water. If it's not getting enough light, it will, the leaves will become like you won't get a lot of growth, and so you might have to move it, but I think it's probably pretty good here. I think it seems to be getting enough light. And for the philodendron, you're going to need to fertilize it every 2 weeks at a half strength fertilizer, 10-10-10 half strength. Yeah, so I'm really happy with it there. It looks really pretty. And here's another shot of the table here. I probably will adjust this. Let's see. Move it over a wee bit. Here, how does that look? Yeah, that's a wee bit better. So guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed that. Maybe that will inspire you to go out and buy some houseplants now that my garden is all cut back now. The only thing I have left to do is pull some petunias, which I had a hard time pulling yesterday. So today, that's my job today, to pull the rest of my petunias. And then my garden's, gone to bed. So now I can focus on indoor plants, and I won't be ignoring them like I did during the summer. So until the next time, bye.